Hey, John, you're disappointed from last week's game. What did you make of today's response?
Yeah, really good. Great response from the players. I was disappointed. They were disappointed, the players as well. So we asked for a reaction because it's not so much you can have bad games, but we didn't compete as well as we would like in terms of the 50-50 balls. We gave it victory opportunities in counter-attacking moments, but today we didn't. Today we were excellent. From start to finish, we controlled the game, and the only thing that will be disappointing is that we didn't get 3 points because we created enough to win that game easily.
Did you do something at training as well on the track, or was it more just a psychological thing?
That was more showing them the way we played the first 5 games, because we were excellent for the first 5 games, and just go, let's just play like that with confidence, without that fear, because I thought the first 25 minutes against Victory we were a little bit fearful. Today we weren't. We're on the front foot, and that was all we really worked on. Nothing too different in terms of tactically. We work a lot week in, week out to improve our game, but it was more the players believing again that we can perform against whatever opposition.
And just on today's game, were you a bit disappointed that you couldn't get the win in the end? I know it's a draw and there was a lot of chances created, which was a positive, but just getting that 3 points. What do you make of that, and only coming away with the point from today's game?
Yeah, of course it's disappointing, but I can't fault the players for that because they gave everything. And there'll be some games that you can't just put the ball in the back of the net. We had our opportunities. We had so many good moments. You have to also give credit to Kurto, who made a couple of good saves. But I won't fault the boys for that at all, because we were completely dominant. So yes, disappointed that we didn't get 3 points, but really, really happy with their performance and their reaction.
And as United, you're out here, the stadium, there's not much around it. It can get quite windy and you train here. Do you feel like you got an advantage here when the wind picks up? Because you're always training in these conditions, you got an advantage over other sides. The Bulls did say that they struggled with the wind.
Yeah, look, when the Bulls play at their ground, they have different advantages. The heat's an advantage for them because they train in that heat very often. So there's other times that we play in different stadiums and they got an advantage. Last week it was our home game and Victory had an advantage because they play out of that stadium. Yes, we have an advantage here, and so we should. This is our home. We have our supporters here, and we want to make the most of it because we want to make it hard for the opposition to come here and play.
You've seen the group now. The start of the season's happened. You've had enough sample size there. Been here since 2021. Have you got a mark and a goal for this season now after the start of the season?
Oh, we want to be making finals if possible. That's our goal. But we know that we're improving all the time. The younger players are improving all the time. As a club, we're building that for sure, and playing this style of football, playing football that we're able to dominate both with and without the ball. They didn't create anything, and we created a number of chances and looked good going forward. So that's the style of football we want to play. We want to try and make this, that we're connecting with the community. Today we had an AFCON, I think it was called AFCON Cup here, that the African nations played a tournament here, and that's great because a majority of them are from out here in the West. So we want to try and bring that connection with the West and build on that.
Well, Artie, is he okay? He went down in the 61st minute.
Yeah, he's fine. He's just cramped. We just have to keep on building Abel physically. The more minutes he plays, the better he'll get physically. I thought he was good in the first half. He was good at the beginning of the second half, and just cramped. So we'll keep building him.
No other injury concerns from today?
No, not at all.
Johnny, just on, you obviously didn't score a goal, but you look at that clean sheet, they're so valuable. Going back to April last season, it's only your third clean sheet. How happy are you with that, the fact, keeping a tie ship there, lend it back in the lineup to Mocky?
Yeah, it was great to have both of them play together. They haven't played too much together, so it was good to have them playing, getting used to each other. But I think keeping clean sheets is really important, but we didn't set out to do that. We set out to win the game, and we didn't sit off at all to say, all right, we're trying to defend and not concede. But I thought we were able to do that because we were so well positioned when we had the ball. Last week we didn't feel that we were on their second goal. So when you lose the ball in build-up, you're still in position to recover it, and we always had pressure on the ball in good areas. So it is definitely pleasing, and we will build on that, and they'll give the players confidence as a group, as a whole, not just the defence, but also the way that we played will give them confidence again. That last week was a bit of a blip. Can happen. Out of 7 rounds, you perform badly in one game. But the performances have been there most of the season.
On Abel, his first start, we haven't seen obviously a lot of him in the A-League, but just his growth, I spoke to him during the week, and just his journey to get where he is now, and a tough stint abroad in Denmark, but he's really happy being back at Western United. Just what do you thought on his growth? Because it probably his best, even though he scored against Perth Glory last season, probably his best performance in a Western United shirt, in my opinion. What do you sort of thought on his growth and what he's been able to do under you so far?
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought that was his best performance so far with us. Abel was a player that we know his ability. We know that he's got a lot of ability with the ball in terms of taking players on. He's strong. He can get into good positions, can set up chances, can also score goals. But his all-round understanding of the game is getting better, and that's what we're pleased about, because he was picking up good positions when we had the ball and getting the ball in good areas, and then without the ball he was still able to know when to press, when to sit in that block and block lines, and that's a massive improvement for Abel. So we're pleased with his progress, and we know that he'll keep on developing because he wants to. That's the most important.
And just last one on Angus Thurgate, milestone game for him, 150, youngest player to do so. I probably think he's grossly underrated across the competition. When he's on song, he seems to make you guys tick. What's it like coaching him, and what have you made of him getting to this point, 150 games?
Yeah, it's a credit to him to be able to play 150 games so young. That shows. I think he's definitely played every minute so far this season for us. 7 games he's played every minute after being out for so long in pre-season, and he's just such a robust player in terms of his body. Seems to be able to hold, and he does a hell of a lot of work and throws his body about. But he's for me, he's improved so much since he's been here as well. He's one of those players that will give you everything with and without the ball, and he's becoming that player that's always going to give you a 7 out of 10, and that's really important to have. I congratulate him for 150 games, but I know there's plenty more to come, and hopefully his career can keep growing and go to another level.